just thought I'd do another little video on my maths. We are doing this book at the moment, which is the Edexcel GCSE Maths Foundation. We've only just started it, to be honest, because we've been doing other ones. But I thought I'd just let you know that we also use this book as well, which is actually corresponds with everything you're doing in there. As this one is, as you can see, adding and subtracting, adding and subtracting. So what happens is, if I just move that, every time you complete a chapter, which is this is adding and subtracting this page and this page, and then you get adding and subtracting on this page and this page. So when you've finished doing those two pages, you get your homework book, which I brought just for this book, and then she will do basically a whole page of adding and subtracting. That's all you get, is just one page. So, which is really good because it's like a reminder of what she's just done. Sometimes it takes about a week or 2 weeks maybe to do a whole chapter. So yeah, so that's just what that was. So this book, I got this from I think I got it from Amazon. It's the Edexcel version, and she's doing her exams at Edexcel anyway, and it's from the Oxford mymaths.co.uk stuff, and the same from this. And I got the printout sheet, which I had to phone up for the answers as well, for the homework book, because the homework book does not come with answers. But this book, this one does. This one comes with answers at the back. As you can see, answers. So yeah, we're on there. But yeah, we just started this book in the last 2 weeks. So yeah, she's on the adding and subtracting page, which is why my bookmark is there. So when she's finished all of these on here, when we go through them together, then the night she finishes this page, she'll get her homework book, and she will just do all the adding and subtracting on this page that night or over the weekend. So that's like helpful, and each page corresponds with every other page. Multiplying and dividing is the next one. Sorry if I was going a bit fast. And multiplying and dividing is the next one. So yeah, so she will do these, and I thought I'd give you a quick flip through as well of what this book is, so you know. It also shows you a bit about what you're expected to do and how to do it on this page. So if I just go through a little bit. It says calculate this, that, and it also shows you how they calculate it and work it out, and it just tells you a bit about the chapter up here and to work out things, and then you get the actual questions. And a little box with information in it there. So I think you get about 2 full pages of multiplying, and then there's a review at the end of this chapter, summary of what you've done and everything, and a review. So you go through another lot of questions, like your homework book. You get a little chapter after you've finished everything in that chapter. You also get a little review, which is what you can do when you've finished all of that, the pink section. Assessments. Also assessment there, and then we go on to expressions, which is still pink, I think, or was it red? Yeah, it's still pink colour there, but yeah, it's a different section. This is terms and expressions. So yeah, and then obviously when you go through this book, let's just have a look. We're on this page at the moment, but terms and expressions there as well. So you basically have each page corresponding with the book. So if you buy this book, I do recommend you buying the homework book and then just phoning or emailing mymaths.co.uk for the answers for it. They will give you it as a download, just so you know. So it's just a good combination to use together. As you can see, my answers are there. I printed them up as much as possible before I forgot to do it. So yeah, I thought I'd just go through these ones. So yeah, it's a very good, actually I recommend this book to anyone, because it goes through everything you need to do for your GCSEs, and it also gives you exam questions as well, and assessments, angles and polygons, which is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to doing this with her because we haven't done very much of this. So angles and more angles, there were triangles and quadrilaterals, and then yeah, so these look quite difficult, but we get through them, won't we? And then we go on to angles and polygons, and another summary at the end of the angles and polygons, and a review of stuff to do and how you got on with school. They also give you a score box down there if you did really well or really bad. So obviously really bad and then really good. So, which is another good thing about this book. That's why I like this book so much. I had to look at this book before I brought it. Another simple, then handling data as well. Gives you a little read through, and then it gives you some check-in stuff to try out before you do the major stuff. Sampling stuff out, and then your exercises begin. So sort of sampling side, we'll go through things with you about what you're just about to do on this page, which is quite good. Organising data, representing data 1 and what exercises, representing data 2. Obviously then you've got your spreadsheets and everything on this page. Averages and spread 1, sorry, it's not spreadsheet, spread. Averages and spread 1. And then you get another summary and more reviews, and then a little section where you tested yourself. You can test it and see how well she did. Another assessment page, there's about 2 I think on each side. Then we go on to fractions and decimals, which is a bit I think she needs to do more of, I think, because it's we feel a bit of the fractions and decimals and percentages, but so this will be fun. So obviously it goes through how to do stuff on more or less every chapter, every topic up there, which is a good thing because we'll need that. Then it's also calculations with fractions, fractions, decimals and percentages, which is that bit. And then at the end there's a summary of all the fractions and decimals you've done, and then you get the review, all of this, and then you get to test, see how well you did. And then assessment about that, all that done. And then we go on to life skills, business plan. Now we go formula and functions. So that would be another interesting, substituting into formulae. Yes, so again, obviously a couple of sample pages which tells you how to do it using standard formulae and using standard formulae. Equations, identities and functions. Again, sampling the page tells you how to do it, goes through what you need to know, and then your exercises, again sampling it, sort of helping you out, and then exercises again. It looks really hard. Might have to get my husband to help me with these. And then again a summary and a review and questions to help you see how you did. Scores. Assessment. And revision. And then we go on to working in 2D. Which I think this is more to do with bacteria measurements and things like that, I'm not sure. But yeah, so measuring lengths and angles. So yeah, so this is areas of 2D. I'm kind of showing you what this book's got in it, so if you do need to buy it or you want to use it for some maths, it's nice to know what it actually looks like and what's in there before you kind of buy, because I'm also the same as you really. I like to know what I buy, or at least see inside it before I buy, so I know if it's exactly what I want or not. I didn't do a flip through of this maths book so long ago when I did the maths book review on this, when we were going through some of the books we're using for this year, but I didn't go through it very well. But this is a proper flip through, so just to show you everything in there. There's basically assessments on each chapter we go, and review of everything you're doing. Approximations and estimations, which can be a bit confusing, but also the calculator method shows you how to do the calculator method. Tells you what to press in and everything. And then you get obviously exercises to try on your own without any help. It says use your calculator to work these out. So yeah, then we go on to more measuring, and the summary again, and the review, and then test to see how well you did, and assessment on this page, and then equations. So that's quite a good chapter, investigation. So yeah. Okay. And then we go on to solving linear equations. Quadratic equations. Obviously a summary on that chapter, and then some review of the questions to see how well you did. to work out your score down there. Assessment again, and then life skills, starting the business. Again, it shows you how to do, or tells you what to do and how to do it, and then you do it on your own, the questions on this side. So yeah, there's quite a lot, there is a lot in it. Construction, there's so much in here. Summary. So yeah, and then we've got ratio and proportion. And ratio exercises. She has done ratio. I think we need to work on it a bit more as well. So I think her main weaknesses is ratios, fractions, decimals and percentages. And maybe factors and powers and roots. But other than that, she's quite good at maths. There's just so much things to do, so many things to do. It's just loads of stuff. And of course another summary, assessment and review. Then we go on to graphs. Yes, it shows you how to draw up a table of values, calculate the value of values, calculate the value of y for each value of x. So that shows you how to do it there, and then you have to do your own. So I think these might be a challenge for me, to try and get her to understand half the things in here. But yeah, I think it's still a very good book, and I'm hoping we'd get the most out of this before she needs to do her maths exam. Like in a 3D. Oh. 3D shapes, volume of prisms, volume of surface areas. So she'd be good. She knows most of this anyway. These ones, because we've already done some of these. Assessments again. I don't think they did. They're not doing what else they did down there. Just checking they did the summary and review. Assessments. Then we have life skills 3, getting ready, handling data, frequency diagrams, averages and spread 2, scatter graphs and correlations. She's a bit confused with correlations, so it's good we've got this book to help decide on how to get doing them again. Again, you can see the chapters, the end summary, review, test yourself, see how well you did. And of course assessment, which is 2 pages on each, I think. Calculations. Calculations with roots. Exact calculations. Standard forms. A summary and review again, assessment, graphs 2, properties, sketching functions, real life graphs, summary, assessment, and revision. This is all the revision stuff. This bit is, you get that on the end of so many topics through the book. There's a 2-page revision. There's not on every topic, but this gives you, I think, a revision of some of the topics that you've done. And then trigonometry and all that lot. Pythagoras, all this sort of thing, which is going to be great. Trigonometry. So yeah, we're going to have fun doing these. Vectors, and summary, and assessment, and then combined events. So I don't know what this is. Sets of things. possibilities, space, tree diagrams, which we know how to do those, summary and review and test sort of thing, assessment, and then we go to the next one, which is the launch party, skills, life skills, sequences, sequence rules, finding the 9th term, special sequences, summary, and of course the test at the end here, assessment, and then units and proportionality, combined units, compound units, direct proportion, inverse proportion, growth and decay, and then summary again, and a little test at the end there, assessment, and revision. So it's a revision bit again, and you get formulae there, and key phrases and terms, and then the answers. So yeah, it's a good book, and I'll just quickly flip through this book. This one has the same stuff in it, adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing, terms and expressions, simplifying expressions, expanding and factorising, angles and lines, triangles and quadrilaterals. It's the same in here than it is in there, so they do go together really good, and it's just basically, it helps her to, when she's separated from the room that she did her normal work in, and then she takes it to her bedroom to do for the weekend to see how much she remembers. So yeah, I bought both of these off of Amazon. So, I mean, I think I spent about 20 quid on that maths book, and about 7 on this homework book. But I want Edexcel, I only want the best sort of books, so I don't buy kind of rubbish stuff. So yeah, this is the answers, all the answers to questions in here, which basically correlate with the book, correlate with this book. When she's finished a chapter, then she does the same chapter in here. So when you do constructions in this book, you do this at the end of that constructions to do this. So roots, equations, it's all here. Frequency tables, time series, scatter graphs, calculations and roots, and then tree diagrams and possibilities. So yeah, this is just what I also do. Also, I also have Edexcel Maths GCSE as well, which basically when I need to test her, I got this from Pearson's, and it tells you what you need to do. It's like an exam, basically a test exam, and you give them 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then they just do the questions in here. So basic formula is some of this, and then write the decimal, write 3/5 as a decimal, find 15% of 20, and this is just basically some of the maths that she will be getting to do over time. Some of it's quite easy, which you would obviously be able to work out. Some takes a bit of memory to work out, some mental maths. Obviously, so you need to work out and show your workings. Tells 2/3 of the total of the cans of for 60p each, and so forth. So yeah, it's pretty good. I have this book, but there's about 2 or 3 exams in here, I think. And this is the newest. I think this is the newest, yeah, first certificated this June. So yeah, I have this. This is first issue, issue 1. So yeah, there's all stuff like this in here. There's a graph page there. Obviously you need to expect it to draw a graph. And then this one. And then I think this is the answers. Question A, answer is for 70%, 0.6 and so forth. So these are the answers on those pages and those pages. And that's the answers again. And the answers again. And then you get another one. And then go through that. And there's another one. So you get the answers for each one, and then another one. And then I think it might be another one, yet another one. So I think there's about 5 in here. So yeah, so she'll be doing that, and then of course I've got this, just a specification. It's just a bit of reading to do really. Knowledge, skills and understanding. Foundation and knowledge, skills and understanding. Just goes through work with coordinates in all 4 quadrants. Algebra over here. Just goes through everything in here. So yeah, basically tells you what students need to learn. It goes through this on each: probability, statistics, algebra, numbers. These are basically just what they're telling you that you need to teach your child. Sequences there. Graphs is there. Tells you what graphs and stuff you need to know. And ratios, probabilities, and assessment. Tells you all about the summary of total and what foundation tier is 1 to 5 available and things like that. So yeah, it just tells you basically everything you need to know. So yeah, so hopefully I hope this helped you when you were doing, if you are doing maths and you're homeschooling and you do need any of these books. I do recommend these. They're very good, very thick, covers everything you need to know about GCSE maths, and I recommend you buy this GCSE maths foundation homework book. She does that once every 2 weeks, once she's done a chapter in there. And a reminder, if you need the answers to this book, I would go to mymaths.co.uk and tell them and email them when you get on there about you want the maths answers to this homework book, and explain that you're homeschooling and they usually are quite good. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and please subscribe, like and leave a comment if you need to. If you want to see any other books I have plenty of books to show, and if you want to flip through of anything, then just please leave a comment below. Thank you. Bye. Oh, I just want to say these are the books we're using hopefully until the end, until she starts taking her exams in year 11. So we've got plenty to go. So yeah, she starts year 10 in September. So we have a year and a half to do this whole book. Hopefully they'll be fine. Thank you. Bye.